The Senate passing legislation to end the government shutdown with support from a handful of Democrats. The bill now heading to the Republican-controlled House. Joining us now is Bloomberg's Mike Shepard. Shep, just walk us through the progress we've made in the last 24 hours and the sequence of things over the next 24.
Well, we saw the Senate reach a breakthrough last night, John, with the chamber voting 60-40 to pass this interim spending measure that'll keep most of the government open at least through January 30th. And then we saw as part of that 8 moderate Democrats conceding, in essence, joining Republicans in passing this measure. And that concession really infuriated members across the party and really raised questions, as you heard from Hakeem Jeffries, about where they would go from here. But as far as this bill is concerned, it is now in the hands of the U.S. House. They expect to vote sometime tomorrow. The exact timing of when they would take it up is unclear, but Mike Johnson is expecting it to pass. President Donald Trump has signaled his support for it and is expected to sign it as soon as it hits his desk. Republicans, as you heard from Mike Johnson, are trying to cast this as a victory. They are saying that they prevailed, holding out against the Democratic holdouts and looking at it as a victory. Meanwhile, for Democrats, they are regrouping now and trying to figure out how to rebound from this loss. Now, the question of timing, John, is an interesting one because House members have not been in Washington really since the end of September. They took their last vote on September 19th, and they have to get back to town. And part of their return could be impeded by some of the disruption to air travel that we have seen caused by the shutdown. So we'll have to watch that as a question of timing. And another thing we're going to have to watch is, as I said, not all of the government will be funded through the end of the fiscal year in September. Most of it, in fact, is only funded through January 30th. And that tees us up for another potential showdown over spending as soon as we get into the new year, John.